Hey everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar, and just a couple stocks off this week's 10 for 1,000 watch list. It's a really good setup, so I want to give you a view of what you could be getting on the weekly watch list here at Day Trading Radio. We got two longs here and one short. I want to start off with Dr. Reddy, RDY. Dr. Reddy, you can see pulling back, and again, the methodology I use, I am a pullback buyer, especially on lower indicators and channels. And this week we're going to be really focused on the 60-minute chart and really taking entries off of that. Now, just looking at this chart, looks very negative, starting to roll over. But the rollover has really happened. You can see now the extension here, trying to really pull away from that 20-period moving average, pulling back down. Stochastics are oversold, and we really pulled away again from that 20, which is a main level to watch. Now, how do we, trade into this? Now, this is, coming back to recent support, so this whole area starts to look attractive, and that's why I want to break it down to the 60-minute chart. And on the 60-minute chart, things come in much clearer. I want to zoom out so you can see this a little bit better. But on the 60-minute chart, you can actually see a nice identified channel, and the channel is really identified by the top trend line, which connects. Let me get rid of this. Let me jump back up here a second. That really touches the highs here, comes down and hits these two levels, which really gives us that one pivot, that two pivot. In this area here, there's a gap here. You're hitting here. So you're definitely seeing that parallel trend line, these important levels that are being hit. And that's the important thing, is knowing that these are important levels. It might not be, again, threading the needle right here, but these levels, when we come down to that trend line, become a higher probability bounce area. So now as we look at this trade, as it comes down, we're back at this level. Now, again, the stochastics look really good. Everything looks really good. I like the trade down here, but I would also, watch. Sometimes you see a little flush like you did back here in a reversal. So any type of weakness going into Monday, I kind of like this, like buying into that weakness, because there might be a little lower channel line back here. So the Dr. Reddy is definitely on the watch list for this week. And again, this is the kind of setups you'll be seeing. Taking a risk off the table. It's really important is to take most of the risk off the table if you're going to try to get, take a position. These will give you excellent opportunities. The other one, AMGN, very similar setup to Dr. Reddy. Very similar. We actually have the 60-minute chart. A lower trend line here starting to come into play. So this is even a better one with a buy trigger down here in that 5640 to 5650 level, which would bring me right into this lower trend line. And that, again, as long as you can establish that this level was, an area that you have to pay attention to, the next time it comes down to that level, you have a big risk-reward trade. A beautiful trade here. Absolutely one of the best ones out there. So any type of gap down, the stochastics will be set up on 60-minute. Any type of gap down on Monday on AMGN, and brings us back down to that lower trend line. I'm going to take that first position, and I'm going to look to trade that to the upside. And again, we use the 60-minute stochastics as much as we do the daily stochastics. So this is this, you can actually see the 200-period moving average right down at 5613. So this whole level becomes a really great level, and I like buying into the weakness, selling into the strength. It falls right into that category. And I want to go throw out one more stock, and this is a short, JBHT. And again, it talks about the methodology. We talk about high probability setups on Day Trading Radio, and high probability setups are defined by multiple indicators lining up. On the buy side, you're looking for multiple indicators, meaning recognizable channel, underlying trend lines, underlying moving averages, oversold stochastics. And once you're able to establish 1, 2, 3 pivots, then you have number 4, you have number 5 to trade off. And this right now, we're right at number 4, meaning that we have an overbought stochastic indicator. We have an upward top trend line of a channel, and we have a recognizable channel. That's 3 out of 4 right there, and 3 out of 5 right there indicators. And that's my category for a high probability setup, is to have 3 or more. And the combination is the overbought stochastics and the upper trend line. And we identify this trend line because we're matching the bottom trend line here as a parallel line. And you can see we actually had a little bounce yesterday, or actually on Thursday, which was based on some news releasing some oil supplies. And kind of the transports ran on that. But then the day before, we actually had a selling bar and actually kind of a reversal bar. So we might have gotten just a little retrieve of a pullback. So I definitely like this level with a stop above 47, which would take us out of this pattern. And what we're doing is we're giving us a good risk-reward trade. We have a good reward. We could pull right back into this channel. We could even pull back to the 200, and we have a low risk. And if it breaks above us, you're good to go. So this is a great setup, great short. I got plenty of other stocks on the watch list. And again, some of the benefits off the 10 for 1,000 watch list for members of Day Trading Radio. I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll see you in the markets on Monday. Actually, futures open up tomorrow at Sunday at 6 o'clock, and we'll have those on. Have those on the radio, the show themselves at daytradingradio.com.